Okay, let's get started. We're going to need the resin, that is UV resin. Then I use this tool that is normally used for clay, but I use it for putting the resin on these very delicate flowers. It has a rubber tip, which is really good for the flowers that are really thin in nature. So I'm going to put on the first coat of resin. Then I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and put it under the UV lamp. You don't have to dry it for too long. It's a small piece, and it's just a light coat. So now I took the other piece and I'm putting the first coat on that one. Normally I put about 3 to 4 coats on each side. Now I'm going to put that one under the UV lamp also. I'm going to put the battery on this UV flashlight. Do not shine the flashlight on the resin that's in that little bin because it will dry it off. That's a little pad of alcohol that helps you clean the brush in between uses. Now we're going to put the second coat on the flower petal. Gonna shine the light on it. You shouldn't really be shining the light on your fingers. You should be putting it down on the table, so don't do as I do. I do this, and then I also put it under the UV lamp. Then we have the second one. We're going to do the second coat this side. Also do a little bit of the UV flashlight before you put it under the UV lamp. Then we're going to take the other one again. We're going to put, I believe this is the third coat on this one. Again, shine the UV flashlight on it. And then we're going to put it under the UV lamp. We grab the next one. I think this is also the third coat. The UV flashlight helps to dry it before you put it under the UV lamp. So I believe this is the final coat, not sure. Make sure you're covering every bit of that petal. You can be very generous with the resin. Now it's going back under the UV light. Gotta go to the next one. I think that now I am doing the other side of the petal, not sure. But we're going to do both sides. I'm going to do three coats on each side. So that would mean six coats for each petal. I'm going to be using for the earrings is a little butterfly bead with some check fire polish beads. I'm going to be using that to embellish the earrings a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do the other coat on the other side. I believe this is the second for this petal. Remember to always keep the UV light away from your resin because it will dry it. Again, you can be very generous with the resin. And just switch the screen a little bit. Put a little bit of more resin. Don't over pour, so you don't have to put a lot back. it's ideal if you don't have to put any back in the bottle. Try it a little bit with the UV flashlight. And then again, it goes under the UV lamp. I believe this is the last coat for this one. Again, you can be very generous with the resin. The idea is that you get the petal hard enough so it doesn't break or bend. So now I'm going to take out the little drill tool. I'm sorry, I'm going to take out the 20 gauge wire, which is I'm going to use to do the top of the earring. First, I'm going to bend the wire. Then I'm going to take the loop tool and make the loop, the top loop, where I'm going to connect the earring wire to. Make sure there aren't any pokies on there. Then I'm going to take the pliers again and do the other loop that's going to go into the, first I'm going to put in the butterfly and the 2 check fire polish beads. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the second loop where the flower petal will go into it. Basically, I'm building the connector between the flower petal and the earring wire. I cut the stem off of the flower petal. Now I'm going to be using the, it's a little drill, and this has a little, kind of like a nail file, where I'm going to file down a little bit of where I cut off the stem, kind of round it. So now I'm going to change the drill to put in the tool that is going to drill the hole where I'm going to be able to connect the ear wire to it. Now I'm drilling the hole, not too close to the top and not too far down. Make sure that the hole is wide enough for this gauge wire. Now I'm going to open the loop a little bit. I'm going to put the flower through it, and then I'm just going to go ahead and close. And here we are. We have the loop is done. That connector is connected to the flower. Clean it a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach the ear wire. So I'm going to get jump ring. The jump ring will connect the bottom half of the earring with the earring wire. Use your pliers to close the jump ring. And there you go. There you have your earring. You have the little petal at the bottom, the pretty little butterfly with the 2 check fire polish beads. So here you have the earring. Now to the next one. I hope you enjoyed this.